live right now, live from the village right now. Oh, it is 5:34 p.m. right now. About 34 minutes later than I said right now. I know I said it could be later than 5, but I did say 5-ish. 5:34 is not quite 5-ish. I think it's a bit more of it's a bit beyond the ish part of 5. I think. Yeah, a few things didn't go quite according to plan. A few things came up. Well, here we is. So yeah, a little bit later than originally planned, but we're still going ahead at 5:34 p.m. this week anyway. Next week, God willing, back to normal. But this week, yeah, start a bit earlier, end a bit earlier. Gonna play some Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX. We're on the last level. Finally, at least I believe I'm on the last level. It seemed that way. We got there last week. Kept dying on that castle though, so we'll try that this week and we'll see how we do. Hopefully we can get through it. If so, maybe play something else. But yeah, we'll start it in a little bit. But let me switch off to this screen and chat to y'all a little bit. Alright, so Friday. Yeah, so this week, oh man. I was doing a film or TV shoot for some extras work, and that was on Wednesday. Yo, what up, Dan? Belgian Dan in the house. That was on Wednesday, so and it was early on Wednesday. I had to be there at 4 a.m. on a Wednesday. So the plan was to do that for Wednesday, and because I've still got bills and stuff to pay, I figured, you know what, let me take Thursday and have that as an all-day work day for cabin and stuff. And then Friday was supposed to be like, I'll do some work in the morning and then do some work later in the evening, and then have the stream just in between from 5 to 8. That was the original plan. It ended up not quite working that way, so I did the shoot on Wednesday. So yeah, there all day from early till late. So Thursday come around, I'm already tired, mad tired, but I got through Thursday. But a friend of mine needed some help, was helping her out, and did that. So I ended up getting it back way later than originally planned, which meant that Friday I was just like, God, I was not getting up early on Friday at all. And then I ended up falling asleep, and so instead of starting the stream around 5-ish, I ended up starting the stream around 5:30-ish. But we here now, and Dan's in the house. Yo, wagwan Dan. But yeah, I did get this, which I haven't opened yet, as you can tell. But this should be Conan the Destroyer. It's still sealed, so yeah, I haven't opened it yet. Maybe not. Make sure my address is covered. I ain't trying to dox myself or nothing, but yeah, it's still sealed. But it should be Conan the Destroyer, and if it is, that means Conan the Destroyer is going ahead on Monday for movie night. It's a shame I couldn't get a streamed version of it, because I prefer it that way. It's a bit of a more convenient way of doing it for the live streams. But this would do. And it was only $5 actually, which is pretty cool. I can't be mad at $5 for a Blu-ray, but I haven't bought a Blu-ray for years. I think the last time I bought a Blu-ray, man, it's got to be probably years ago. I can't even remember the last time I bought an actual physical disc of anything, like a CD or a Blu-ray or DVD. Actually, no, that's not entirely. Wait. Well, no, it was I don't remember, but it was a long time ago now, I'm sure. It's got to be at least 2 years ago, probably even come up to 3 years ago. I'm thinking it's at least 3 years ago the last time I bought any kind of physical media like that. It's all been like either streamed through Netflix or bought through Amazon on this digital version. Conan Destroyer sure is special. I hope so. Although, I guess it doesn't. I guess it's less about whether the film is special or not, and more about just having a good time. And I think we're about to have a good time. But let me open this. I'm gonna do it on unboxing live. So I think I can't remember if I've seen Destroyer or not. Here we go. There's a moment of truth. Is this Conan the Destroyer? No, let me come this way. I'm gonna cover that. So you're gonna sit at the same time as me. Whether this is actually Conan the Destroyer or something else. I'm trying to hold this without. Okay, I think I've got it. The dress is covered. Okay, you'll sit at the same time as me. I think I did say glimpse of it, so I think it is, but. Let's say properly, is this Conan the Destroyer, or did they send me the wrong disc? Okay, oh wait, you're gonna say you got it back. I'll got it back to you. But yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. There's Conan the Destroyer. It's Conan the Destroyer. They sent me the right disc. And that's the back, as you've already seen, because that came out back first. Arnold Schwarzenegger on the front cover with a big sword and big muscles. Conan the Destroyer. It's all wrapped up. Let's open it up. If I can open it up. I've got a thing actually. Box cutter. Alright. Take that off. Put that there for now. There we go. This is what it looks like naked. Less shine. Well, maybe not quite less shine, but. And now. There's the disc. Taking that new disc smell. Take it in. Actually, can't really smell it too much. Actually, maybe a waft of the new disc smell evaporated when I open it to the camera, so now I can't really smell it too much. But oh well, oh well. You got the new disc smell before I did. It's all good. It's a regular version, I guess. It's not like double D discs or anything, so it's just a regular version. This was £5 on Amazon. That arrived today. Conan the Destroyer on Blu-ray. So yeah, that's for Monday movie night. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Put that there for now. How about, oh, special features, let's see. How about the special features? I didn't check online if it had any special features, so let me see. I don't think so. At least none listed on the back. I think it is just the movie. Yeah, I think it's just the movie. I mean, until I pop it in, I know for sure. I won't do that right now though, because it's a kind of a long setup, to be honest with you. But at least according to the disc, I think it the cover, it's just the movie. You know, commentary, no making of or anything like that. You know what though, speaking of special features, like I don't strictly speaking mind that you can get Blu-rays or DVDs that just come with the movie now and they sell it to you for a bit cheaper. I mean, I don't mind that specifically, but I do have a minor gripe with it. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it, you know, behind the scenes. I do have a minor gripe with it. Let me tell you what that gripe is. When DVDs first came on the scene, pretty much every DVD you bought had special features, right? They had the commentary, they had making of, or they had, yeah, behind the scenes or deleted scenes, you know, things like that. They had at least a few things on it, right? Pretty much every DVD. And it was kind of billed as, you know, extras that come with it, that, you know, they just come with it. Now, it's clear that they were charging you extra for those things, because like, after I think it's not even that long, maybe after a few years, you know, DVD started, you know, becoming cheaper, but they had no special feature in there. And it's kind of like, okay, it's cool, you get the movie and it's a bit cheap, you don't pay as much for it, but that means you were charging us extra for the special features, which was supposed to be free, right? It was supposed to be free extras, and it clearly they was not. So on one hand, I don't mind, because at the end of the day, I get it, it's business, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, it's like, had they come out initially and just said, you can either buy the movie for, I don't know, £5, or if you want to, you can buy another version of the movie for £10 and it comes with all these extras. If they did that from the very beginning, I probably won't feel no way about it. But the fact that they did it where it's like it came with all these features and it was kind of billed as you're just getting all this stuff extra for free, and then it was like, clearly you weren't, they'll just charge you extra for stuff. It's like, that's a bit of a piss take. That's a bit of a piss take. I don't like that. I don't like that. But like I said, I don't mind, because whatever, but I don't like that. You know what I mean? I don't like that. But it is nice we do get extra stuff with the disc. That being said, I feel like, in all honesty, most of the time, even with stuff that I got with the special features on it, most of the time I very rarely watch it. There's only a few films where I really delved into like the extra stuff, you know, like there's only a few films that I really liked where I watched like the extras and the making ofs and this, that, and the other. Most of them, for the most part, I like all the commentary and things like that. I feel like most DVDs or most Blu-rays I got that came with stuff, yeah, I mostly didn't even bother. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. But it's still cool when it comes with it. It's still cool. Alright. I tend to look into them. You the movie expert. You the movie expert, and that's why it shows, man. It shows. I'm just there like lazily watching just the movie only and be like. Alright. Alright, we'll start playing some of this game. Come over here. Yeah, like certain films where I remember like watching this stuff with Spider-Man, the extras on the Spider-Man disc, like Spider-Man 1. I remember watching the extras on Inception. I watched a lot of the extras that came with a bunch of stuff. And I remember watching the extras on RoboCop. I had a RoboCop DVD. Watched a bunch of extras on that. And I'm sure there's others I've watched extras on as well, but yeah, most of the time. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it took too long. And the Ravenous. I remember Ravenous. I watched it multiple times. More due to the audio commentary. Yeah, it's cool when oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I messed this up. I messed this up bad. Lustig. Commentaries in commentaries I had different commentaries tracks. Yeah, the commentaries could be pretty cool though. When you watch the DVD commentaries, often could be pretty cool because it's like it'd be usually stuff from, you know, the filmmakers, the directors, and you know they'll tell you stuff that about the film that you know you either wouldn't know or oof, you know isn't like mad obvious or whatever. And oof, you know, you learn a little bit about it and that. Yo, big bull. How is you? Oof. We're just talking about DVD extras and commentaries and stuff. Did you ever watch the DVD extras, or did you just skip that and just watch the movie? What was I saying? Ish. I'm not sure what I was saying. I'm not sure what I was saying. Oh, yo. Yeah, he's I can't remember if this is a good thing or a bad. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Oh, let me activate it. There you go. Alright. But how's your day been, Danny? Oh, I can't rescue him. What's going on? Oh! At least I found the kid or whoever. How's your day been, man? Oh, these jumps though. it's so easy to jump right into the thing, and it's like, oh, man, so just as well that's at the beginning of the level. Bruh. Relaxing. How about yours? Awesome. I guess relaxing too. Because I slept a lot. I slept a lot. Wasn't intending on sleeping that much, but it is what it is. Oof, excuse me. Oof. Really? Just like, there you go. It's actually quite hard to do the run and slide. At least on this version. I swear it was easier on the old versions. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. No, actually, maybe. Oh no, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because I need to get to that side, isn't it? So either way. Oh, damn it. So I just got to be careful of that bat. Ugh. Oh, I got him. I freed the prisoner. Thanks for saving me, although your face looks familiar. Now that you say it, we have the same look. Brother, I'm glad to see you, but you should know that we are in danger. Jankin is looking for the royal crown. Oh no, we must stop him any way we can. You can see the king of Nibbana. He will tell you where he is hidden. Okay, Alex, I have heard Gooseca's footsteps down the hallways. You must face him alone. I must go in search of Father and Princess Laura. So this guy's supposed to be your brother. You don't know that you had... No, these games, man, I swear, man. You can't really story. I mean, I know it's not impossible that you could have relatives that you don't know. That's a very possible thing. I get that. Oh, I get that. But it's like, man. Oh. Yeah, that didn't, yeah, I need to get the top one first. Ugh. Or maybe just like that. What games you guys been playing lately, if anything at all? The dungeons are located at the top. All right. Okay. So I need the... Oh, yeah, I thought so. I remember coming up to that and I was like, yo, I didn't have anything to really kind of I'm listening to footsteps in the throne room for a while. I should go upstairs to see what's happened. Well, I'm so afraid. Oh, there's somebody up there. Am I at the final boss though? Oof. Wait. I still have things to do. Wait. Okay, so I can't go here. So apparently this is the final boss, but I can't go here just yet. Okay, I could just jump over that way. So I found the boss room. I think I found the boss room. I just can't go to the boss just yet. Ugh. Why do they make the run and slide so difficult in this though? So we just run down. That's what it should be. Running down. Yo, what up, Frozen G? How is ye? How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream. Ish. Oh, got it. It's really warm. Yeah, it was like 20. Oh, like 20 something degrees earlier. Are you into fighting games? Not like I used to be. I used to be really into Street Fighter, and of course Mortal Kombat was a big thing for a while. If I could get that ring again. But these days, not so much. I know Mortal Kombat just announced they got like Mortal Kombat 1. Like a remake or reboot of the first game. Or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Okay, now I can do the bloody slide thing. For us. It's actually 12. Oof. Ooh! Oof! Too close, too close. Oh, damn it! Just jumping around and sliding everywhere like flipping out. It's called Mortal Kombat 1 though, right? Isn't it? Oh, you serious, bro? Can't go up here because it's blocked, isn't it? So that's where the life is. Oh wait, the ring was through this room, wasn't it? So yeah, isn't it a? Because I was on the impression that it was like some kind of reboot or remake of the first game, like taking the story like all the way back to the beginning and that. That's what I thought it was. How am I hitting everything but the one that I actually need to hit? Damn it. Seriously, bro. This game's a frustrating, not even a joke. Listen, 30 years later, I would say at least it's a faithful remake of the original. Just as frustrating. Ugh, come on, man. Oh, finally. But now it's like, ugh, you know what? I have to start again. Hit too many of the wrong blocks. Why is this jump button doesn't seem to want to work when I need it? Serious? Nah, come on, man. There's no way I'm constantly jumping that late. It's head button. Ugh. 30 years later. Ugh, no, it's too many wrong blocks. Too many of the wrong blocks. Oh, got it, finally. Ugh. Oh man, like how did we must have just had nothing but time and patience back in the day, man, to play these games. Because literally all they did with this game is give it newer graphics. It's the exact same gameplay. Oh no. Oh. So I went all the way back there and it just gave me a bloody... all the way back there and it just gave me, didn't even give me the ring. I needed a ring. Oh, you know what? But apparently apparently you can't get no without the ring. Oh, flipping out. This game originally came, well, yeah, this game originally came out actually. think it was like 80 something. I know I didn't get it in 80 something. But I think the original release was, yeah, 1986. November 1st, 1986 was the original release. I think I got this game in like 1991 or 2 or something like that. That's where I think I got it. Maybe 91. Let's see, when was the Master System 2 released? $1990, okay. So what? Yeah, 91 and 92 is what's coming to my mind when I think I got this game. But the Master System 2 was released in 1990. I know I got it with the Master System. I got it with the Master System 2. It was a built-in game with that. And if that was released in 1990, then I'm pretty sure I would have got it somewhere around about 91, 90. I don't think I would have got it in 1990, possibly, maybe, but anyway, the point is somewhere in the early 90s. Yeah, in fact, you know, I was starting to think. I think I was first year secondary school, so yeah, maybe it was 1990. 1990 or 91 is what I'm thinking, because I'm pretty sure it was like first year secondary school. Probably 1990, because where the school year starts. Anyway, I might have actually got it in 1990 is what I'm saying. So anyway, back then I played this game a lot, and I mastered this game just because it was the only game I had. And that's what you did back then. You said nothing but time and energy. Now it's like 33 years later, playing a new version of it. All they've done is improve the graphics. It's the same game. They've probably tweaked the controls slightly, I'd imagine. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think they might have tweaked the controls just ever so slightly, because you're playing with a newer controller, right? Rather than the old school controller, which was stiff as anything. So I'm guessing they probably might tweak it a little bit, but certainly not much. But anyway, it's a faithful remake. It's a very faithful remake. Damn it. Oh, why? Ugh. The jump timing that you need for this, it just feels like it needs to be more accurate than the game could actually manage. I would feel, got this, bro. Appreciate you, Dan. Oh. Appreciate you. Wow. I guess there's like an order to things in terms of like there's certain things I should do before doing other things. I don't know, maybe. I think really and truly it's just don't die. Just don't die, I think is the main thing in this game. Oh wait, them scrolls are gone. Oh, don't. Ooh. Oh. It's actually quite difficult to see with these the newer graphics sometimes. Some of the lighting, I think, actually makes it harder to see what's going on. So I'm just saying, new isn't always best. Oh, oh. Oh. Just because it's new and looks cool, don't mean it's for you. Okay, yeah, I'm not doing that just yet. Let's come back to that. You know what though, like, ooh. Oh, no. Wait, that scroll's still gone. That means I can't get it, or... These games can be an adorable bundle of frustration. No, for sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. We know sometimes when you have such fond memories of something and then you go back to it and you're like, yeah. Like, yeah. Maybe there's a reason they don't make games like this no more. Maybe there's a reason for that, huh? Oh yeah. We cannot go there. Alright, gotta try and get this. Oh, got it, yes. But there is something I think special about these kind of old school games like this, where, like you said, it could be super frustrating. They could be way harder than is necessary for anything to be. But for some reason, for some odd reason, we pull ourselves through this. For some odd reason, we pull ourselves all the way through this. Oh wait, this guy's already... Okay, so I don't need to rescue him no more? Like... Alright. Yeah, for some odd reason, we put ourselves all the way through this. Ego the game, and thou, yes, we can. Attitude towards the challenge. I think it's definitely like a relic of its time in the sense that coming back to this game, oh yeah, we gotta be quick. Oh, I can go up. So whatever I was supposed... Oof, alright. I think I've made it to the boss. Or at least one of the bosses. I don't know if this is the final boss. How are you here again? I think there might be a boss after this, actually. But we're pretty far in. When you do something successful after fading, you know, for sure. And you know what, that's part of the reason I think, or at least I feel like that could be a big part of the reason why we have such fond memories of these old school games. Because I mean, back then, now, right, games are like everywhere. You've got so much choice when it comes to games, or everything really, but there's games more specifically. You got so much choice because, like, of course, you got all the old stuff that's out already, but even just newer games, like, there's so many more people making games now than there was, 20, 30 years ago, right? So many more people making games, and you've got a range, of course, from the independent games, the AAA games, and all in between. People doing games for a very specific types of audience. You got so much more choice, and that choice is probably just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But when you consider, like, back then, in 1990, right, you pretty much just had a few choices, because even though there was more than one game, let's be honest, you had to buy a game for like 50 quid or whatever it is you paid. That's your money for the next 6 months at least, maybe even longer. Like, you're not buying another game for a while. So that was it for you. That whatever game you bought was it for you. So, like, it was hard. It pissed you off. It frustrated you. But it was like, what else you gonna do but play that game? So you played it. and then you got good at it. And like you say, when you finally beat something that you've been struggling with for a while, it's like such a good feeling that you get when it's like you overcame that. And then of course you play even more, and that stuff that used to be really hard becomes super easy because you're so good at it now. And then you just, yeah, I feel that's part of the reason why we have such fun memories of these things, because like that overcoming the difficulty nowadays is kind of like when a game gets hard, it's like, bro, I just play something else. I just play something else. It's like, I can't be bothered right now. Ugh. And that level in TMNT made me feel like a boss when I beat it. When you bought the game, you was, right, exactly. That was it for you. You couldn't take it back and swap for nothing else. You could just go ahead and buy a new game. I mean, if you had a friend who had a game, you could maybe swap or something. But even then, it's like you're not going to swap every. I mean, you probably had one game. He had one game, so you might swap for a little while. But then that was pretty much it. You still back with your old game eventually. That's how we did it, man. That's how we did it. Game swapping. That was our version of Xbox Game Pass. Just borrowing stuff off your friend. That was our Xbox Game Pass. You lend him something, he lends you something. You know, and then you borrow it to another friend. It's like, okay, he's got that. Let me borrow that off you. You can borrow that. He goes to another friend, he's got something, it's like, alright, let me do that, let me do that. Like that. That was our Game Pass back then. You lend him something, he lend you something. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like Xbox Game Pass. I think it's a great service, actually. I think it's a fantastic service, actually. But at the same time, the level of choice that it gives you, where you don't really feel compelled to push at a game because you could just play something else easy enough. I mean, on one hand, it's great because, of course, nobody wants to be frustrated. Like, why would you want to do that? But at the same time, that you miss out on that overcoming the adversity, and I think that's an important part of life lessons. That, yeah, video games can teach you that, overcoming adversity, but when you just don't have to do it, the temptation just be like, oh, let me just play something else. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do think there's a value in taking a break, of course, and you're not allowing yourself to become super frustrated to the point where you're just throwing things around. I mean, you need to take a break, so maybe playing something else in the meantime is not a bad idea. But yeah, it's just more that when you get to that point where it gets a bit hard, you start playing something else. Then you play something else, and you get to a bit when that starts getting hard, so you play something else, and you play, you know, you just keep playing something else because there's so much choice. Oh wait, this is alright, so I've got to make sure I've got the timing right. Got him. This is a bit more how I remember it with the with seeing what he can do, and then this was the way things would happen. Take this. Oh, man. I don't got my ring no more, do I? watch how he throws in balls. I gotta watch how he throws in balls. Oh, damn it. So I got all that way just to have some guy throw balls at me. Ish, man. Bloody hell, man. I don't remember this bit in the I don't remember that bit at all, but then, I don't know. It's been a long time. Oh! Damn it. Really, though? Really? Alright, since we're talking about old school games, 80s, 90s, what was your favorite games from the 80s and 90s? Or what games frustrated you the most? What games pissed you off the most? What games did you love the most? Alright, there we go. I mean, for me, definitely like this game would be also things like Golden. I remember, not Golden, I say Golden Axe. Remember Golden Axe? Golden Axe was a game that I used to play a lot. It was probably, if I remember correctly, I think it was the second game that I bought. I think it was the second game that I bought for the Master System. Well, first, since Alex actually came with it. I think going on to the second game, or the first, the first game that didn't come with it. If I'm remembering the order right. So I played that a lot, and yeah, I'll play that a lot. And I remember like getting pretty far in it, but never actually completing it. And one day, I put well, this is how I remember it. This is how I remember it. Whether this is what happened or not, I don't know. But this is how I remember it. One day, I put the So I felt like I could get to the boss relatively easy enough now. Just, I don't need to be dying so much. I put a box on the cartridge box on top of the TV. I go out, come back, and it's gone. And I'm like, what happened? I'm looking for it. Maybe did it fall behind the TV? Look behind the TV, not there. Look around the side, looking everywhere. I cannot find it. It's just gone. Like the whole cartridge, the box, everything is gone. The Master System's still there, but the cartridge is gone. So I'm looking everywhere and I could not find it. So I'm wondering, did it get stolen? Did somebody break in and steal it? Seems like an odd thing to steal, because it's like they could have taken the TV, the Master System, a bunch of other stuff. Nope, it was literally just the game cartridge and the box was gone. And so I don't know if what happened. Like, I just remember putting it on top of the TV, coming back, and it's gone. And I never found it after that. I never found it. So that's one of the biggest mysteries of my life. What happened to that Golden Axe game disc, game cartridge? I did eventually get another copy of Golden Axe, and I did eventually beat the game just to, you know, be like, yes, finally, years later. But yeah, as far as that particular cartridge goes and that experience of 1990, whatever it was, I have no idea what happened to the game cartridge. It just disappeared. Literally, that's how it feels like anyway. I don't know if it got stolen. I don't know if literally somebody like broke into my house and stole just one thing. I don't know. Like, why would you do that? But I guess it's not impossible, right? That being said, I don't think there's any signs of breaking, and maybe I left the window open or something. Maybe somebody climbed up the back garden, and because my room would have been at the back where the garden is, so maybe somebody climbed up the back. To be fair, it would not be hard to climb up to my window from the back garden for where the old house was. So if I did leave my window open and somebody spotted it, it's not entirely an impossible thing to climb up the back and then put your hand through the window, grab something and run off. You know, it wouldn't be. But I don't remember if I left my window open or not. I can't, that bit I can't remember. It's possible I did, but I can't remember. But yeah, the game rage quitted me for sure. Didn't want me to beat. I was like, nope, you're not beating this game. Not now, anyway. At least these bits are relatively easy. After everything I've been through, we deserve an easy paper, scissors, stone match. Oh, damn, I got him and he got me at the same time. Oh, and I lost all my lives. How about that? We get each other at the same time, and it's at a bit when I have all my lives gone, so it's not like I could start. Bruh. You really want me to punch you in the face, isn't it? This game really wants me to punch it in the face. Oh, mate, this game, this game just wants me to punch it in the face, I swear down. It might even happen, I ain't gonna lie. Alright, I think I could pretty much go straight to the boss now. I don't know what it is that I needed to do to go to the boss, but I think I could pretty much just go straight to the boss. Well, there's a couple of things to do, which is get the ring and get the orb. But I don't think I really need to do anything else because it seems to kind of... Maybe don't do that though. Don't do that. Ugh. Oh, fell on the thing. No lives left. All right, let me take a breather before I play this again. Before I start playing this again. All right. We have gotten to the boss. I don't think that's the final boss. So that's the thing. I don't think that's the final boss. There might be just one more boss after this, but hopefully, because the way that thing came up, the exit door came up, I'm kind of hoping that I don't have to do this level again once I get past it with the final boss. I'm kind of hoping that, but oof. I really don't remember how this game goes. It's been so long. It's been so long since I played it. There's some things I remember, many things I've forgotten. Alright, we know what to do. We know what to do. We know what to do. It's this bit though, I swear, this is probably the hardest bit in the whole level, or amongst... Yeah, I think this is probably the hardest bit of the whole level. Oof. Oh. This is like, you gotta apparently jump with a precision that this game doesn't really allow. take care of that one. Aye. Okay. Not over yet. This needs to get. It's just. It's really this block. Okay, there we go. We good. We good. We good. Ugh. All right. Okay, we good there. We good there. We good there. Okay, so I think this is just it, and I can go to the other side where the boss is. Just get this orb. There you go. There we go. So let's see, what other games was I playing as a wee lad? I don't even remember, you know. I don't even remember. I mean, I think there was a wrestling game that I played that a friend of mine lent me. I don't remember what it's called. It wasn't like one of the proper popular wrestling games like WWF or whatever. It wasn't one of those. But it was on the Master System. I don't think it was. I mean, I don't remember it being particularly good, in all honesty. But I remember a friend of mine lent it to me, and I played it for a while. And you know, it's a game. It was fine. It was fine. Like, I'm not sure if I played it again, I'd be like, what the hell? Ah, there we go. We got it. The hell is this crap? I think when it comes to the 90s stuff, I think Super NES is probably most, because I remember the Master System 2 is what I had first. Definitely it was what I had first, I remember that. But the Super NES, I think, is what I had the longest. And I probably played the most games in that. Like, even after the Super NES's run, like when the N64 took over, like I still had the Super NES. Like we still, well, I say I had it. We had it in the house, and it would still get broken out every now and then just to like play some of those old games on it. And we did that all the way up until it finally died itself, which was something like some 14 years after it was initially purchased. Now let's think about that for a second. Bought the Super NES probably somewhere around 92. Now when did the Super NES come out? Actually, let's see, because that one I'm pretty sure came out. We got when it came out. Maybe not right away, but I'm pretty sure we got it the year it came out. At least, not necessarily release date, but close enough to. $1992. Yeah, for £150. Yeah, it says it there as well. Exactly. I remember paying £150. Yeah, went halves on it with my brother. What, 75 each? But we would have got that probably 92. It was April 92, so maybe late 92 or early 93, I think, somewhere around about then. And 14 years after it was purchased, so I guess 2006, around about then, is when it finally stopped working. They just don't make them like they used to anymore. Like, the only way you get a console to last that long is if you don't play it. Like, we were playing it like throughout its Super NES run, after the Super NES run, like even when we got the SNES, we'll still break out the Super NES from time to time. So it got a lot of use. Like, it's not like we just left it around, and you know, it got a lot of use, and it still lasted 14 years, bro. Yeah, they just don't make them like they used to. Oh, too close. That was too close. Gotta be careful, man. I think he always goes for stone. I think he always goes for stone. But this is the easy bit. Now we actually gotta oof, got him. Oof. If I didn't have the ring, that would have been a whole lot harder. So apparently this wasn't a final stage. Maybe this is the final stage. Oh, there's a shop up here. See what they're trying to sell me. I ain't got much money though. Welcome, buy things you need. I do not have enough money for an extra life. And I don't know what these other things do. So, I'll just take this. Ah, protection. Okay. Okay, protection over now. Protection over. Okay, you've got to run through all these things. That one. You think I'd be able to just pull off the slide by now? Like, apparently not. Oh, there we go. The timing, bro. The timing. Oh. Okay, so don't hit that one. Oh, don't do that. Oof, wow, you're still alive. The boss is not going to like this. I feel like they're cutting off the sentences in the wrong place, to be honest with you. I have a very hard head. Because of you, they banished me from the volcano, but I still have their powers. I will burn this city and make it my new fortress, but before. Okay. I'm gonna have to fight this guy. Afterwards, because I ain't got no ring powers now. This has gone too far. Take this. Oh. Oh, just ran into a thing. I feel like the shop should be at the end of the level and not at the beginning of the level, because it'd be nice to be able to like have a chance to buy stuff again. Yo, that is coming way faster than it was before. Because especially when it's like, okay, now the shop's at the beginning of the level, I've got no money to buy anything now. So it's like, okay. Ugh, still struggling to pull this off. Eesh. damn it. All right. Oh, too close. Ah. Oh, damn. It's gonna, yeah. Oh, flipping. All right, let me take a breather. Let me take a breather. Oh, boy. So I thought I was on the end level. Apparently not. Apparently there's more levels to go. It's probably at least 1 or 2 levels after this is the way what I'm guessing now. At least 1 or 2 levels after this. But we gotten this far, man. We gotten this far. Still gonna get back to Final Fantasy VII, by the way. This is me taking a break from Final Fantasy VII, playing this stupid hard game instead. It's 30-plus-year-old game, not even 30, like what, 86, a nearly 40-year-old game. Like 30, what, 37 years old. Damn, man. Ugh. Yeesh. All right. Gotta chill for a second. Just check a few notifications. Big up for the like over on Twitter, Dan. Appreciate that. Oosh, oosh, oosh. All right. There's this thing on Twitter. It's like a bunch of like messages, like received messages, and it's like, you know, all like moving really, really quickly. And the idea is that you just take a screenshot, and whichever message it screenshots is supposed to apply to you. So as it's like spinning through all these different messages, I take a screenshot, and the first one says, "You need to repent your sins." Like, yeah. Little close to home on that one. Little close to home. Little close to home. All right. Yeah. Oof. I mean, usually do these things and it's like whatever it says, you know. That one was like, you know what, bruh, a little close to home. That's all I'm gonna say. I did it again. It said you need to get a cat, and I was like, yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. Definitely need some pussy in my life. Being there when a message is hard. Oh, for real, man. It's like, you know them what would you call it? The astrologies, star signs, astronomy, and like that's not something that I particularly believe in or even care for. But you know, every now and then you come across it, and it says, you know, this is this and this is that, right? And for the most part, of course, it's like just very generic stuff that can apply to anybody at any time. It's very kind of, because it's purposely written that way to be, you know what I mean, to kind of do that. But every now and then you come across something like that, and you just think, damn, that one's a little close. That one's a little bit close. It's like, okay, let me watch myself. Let me watch myself. I can't afford nothing. Oh wait, so now. If I keep coming in and out, can I just keep doing this until I get like 100 whatever, 120? Moments. Sorry, don't have enough money. Relatable, hey, for real. Talk about relate, yeah. Talk about the message. It's hard, isn't it? When a message, oh yeah, you don't have enough money. Yep, that's a common sentence heard these days, ain't that for sure? Okay, I need, I think, 10 whatever more. Yeah, just 10 more. There we go. So let me go buy this thing, but I won't use it just yet. I want to save it to the boss. I'm gonna save it for the boss. So let's see here. Oh, damn it, man. I wasn't even trying to jump. Let's be fair, at least he said sorry. He said sorry, you don't have enough. Yeah, I'm not enough money. I mean, I'm just saying he could have been rude about it. He chose not to. Massage on the probably also, yeah. That's probably what's missing from modern day gaming. Not enough characters with like just elaborate moustaches. Right, exactly. Like, bruh, you ain't got enough. Like, mate, listen, get out my shop before I... That's what you usually hear. Mate, just come out my shop, man. That's what you usually hear. This guy said sorry. So speaking of that, actually, this has happened to me once, where I was in a shop and I was doing, buying some doing my shopping, right? As you do when you're in a shop. And oh damn it! Just jumped too early. If we come back to the shop again. Make sure you have enough money, right? You know what I mean? Just men don't care about what you're going through. But this one time, I was in the shop, and so I did my shopping, and I've had maybe about shoot. I had maybe about £20 worth of shopping in my basket, give or take. And I get to the counter, and it was that moment I realized I forgot my wallet at home. And so I said to the lady, it was one of the self-service checkouts. So I started scanning, I think, and then I realized I forgot my wallet at home. And so I said to the lady, because like, all the self-service stuff, you kind of scan it, you put it back, scan it, put it back. So it's all bagged up. That's when I realized I forgot my wallet. So I called the lady over and I said, look, I'm sorry, I forgot my wallet at home. Can I leave this here? I don't live very far. I could, go and get it and come back. The lady just said, you know what? Just take it. So just take it, it's cool. Just take it. And I was like, you sure? I mean, because I could, she's like, it's fine, just take it. And then she like scanned something on the machine, and I was like, all right, thank you. So it was about £20 worth of shopping that she just let me have. So it was like, little things like that help, man. It helps a lot. She didn't have to do it. I wasn't asking for her to do it. you know, but she did. But come to think of it, though, I'm not sure if I've seen her again at that shop. So I don't know. Maybe she just already handed in the notice and just didn't care. I'm trying to think of it now. I'm not sure I saw her again at the shop. I don't think, you know, I'm not sure that I did. Yeah, I mean, it's a while ago it happened, by the way. It's a while ago this happened. So maybe I did see her and I maybe forgotten. So if I saw, I'm sure I said, oh, hopefully I did say hello and that kind of thing. Hope I wasn't rude to her or nothing. But yeah, I'm trying to figure, I don't think I saw her again at the shop. So it could have been that she just handed in a notice and just like didn't care who took what. I was like, yeah, just take it. It's cool. It was at a supermarket chain called Morrison's. And so yeah, it's definitely not within their policy to be giving away food like that. It's definitely not within their policy to do that. So yeah, she just let me have it, and it's like, all right, cool, thank you. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not in their policy because it's one of these big shops, like these big, you know, multi-chain shops where they have like big stores in different parts of the town and all over the country and that kind of thing. You know, so like it's not their policy to just let people off because they forgot their wallet. I'm pretty certain of that. So yeah, that was cool. Let's do that. Yo, Mr. Man, Mr. Man, the man, how you doing? How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream as we play Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX. Yeah, I messed up that rhyme, but oh well. Oh well. But yeah, earlier stream than usual. Earlier stream than usual. Gonna end soon actually. Gonna end around 8ish. Maybe about 8:30-ish. But yeah. Just for this week, doing it a little bit earlier, a little bit different. Should be back to normal next week. And, well, we'll see what the future holds, whether earlier streams become a permanent thing or not, but probably not for now. Probably not for a while, I think. I would say that it would be nice to do earlier streams for a few reasons. Like, it's less tiring, for one thing. But yeah, I don't think I'm in a position to be doing earlier streams right now, so that's have to be something that maybe down the line, but we'll see. We'll keep it as it is for now, and I'll just suck it up because that's what men do. But how you been, bro? Oh man. How's you been, bro? If you're finding the game difficult, you can access the assist menu from the options screen to customize your experience. Nah, we good. I think it's a bit late in the game for that, to be honest with you. I don't guts enough. Yo, Sam. Ah, that's the wrong button. Sam B and a place to be. How is ye? As we play Alex Kidd. Actually, dear Sam, I'm about to tell you something that I think. Ooh, let me move over. That I think would piss you off just as much as it pissed me off. So, you know, on Wednesday I was doing the this extras gig, filming TV thingy, right? All cool, all fun, blah 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 blah. Even though I used to play Alex Kidd, this game's classic, bruh. It's still hard. It's still hard. But yeah, so I'm at this thing, right? And you know, they're serving food and they're selling out vouchers. Typical of these things. Always good to get free food, right? Never. It's never a bad thing to get free food. Well, let me not say that too much because I'm about to tell you something. Anyway, I go down to this, down to the thing to use the toilet, right? So go to the toilet, coming out, and I noticed they got like some snacks and coffee thing all set up. And I'm like, you know, I could do with some coffee, you know. And the thing about these places, like when it comes to coffee, it's more often than not instant coffee, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, I mean, the instant coffees, sometimes it's not so bad, right? Sometimes it's not so bad. Sometimes it's alright. So I get some coffee, put it in the thing, mix it up, and I start drinking it. I'm like, yo, this is disgusting. What's going on? And I'm trying to like drink it like, why is this so bad? This is awful. And then someone just says, oh yeah, that's decaf. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. It's bad enough that they gave us instant coffee. It's bad enough they gave us instant coffee. They had to go give decaf. Like, who thought that was a good idea? You know what I mean? Like, who was like, oh yeah, let's give them decaffeinated coffee. Like, it's bad enough that it's instant coffee, but you know what? I understand. I get it. You can't always have a big coffee machine set up to get. I get it. It's a movie set, it's a TV set. You can't always have the fancy equipment around because you got to cater to blah blah blah. So fine, have your instant coffee, but can you please don't insult people by giving them decaf? Like, come on. I was not okay with that. It was so bad, man. It was awful. Like raw. This tastes nasty. It's not what I need right now at all. But aside from that, it was a good day. It was a good day. He's shutting down for real. I do not want to go back in there actually. I wonder if I can save up enough to get an extra life actually. Whoever put that decaf there, I'm just saying. They might need to. Ugh. They might need to reposition it. they might need to refill that role. I'm just saying, whoever was like, yeah, oh, damn it. I'm definitely going to need extra life now. I'm going to save up the 500, whatever it is, and get me an extra life. Okay, don't value the cost and curve. They right. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I understand certain things. I get that not everything's gonna be amazing and whatever, and then sometimes just you kind of have to deal with it. I get it, but come on, man, you can do better. Like, you just didn't have to pick. You know what I mean? Like, you buy in a jar of coffee. All you had to do is buy a decent. Like, if it, I get why it has to be instant. I don't like it, but I get it. I understand why it has to be instant. Because of the way things are set up, I get it. I'm just saying, when you're buying it instant, you can at least buy the good instant. And not the decaf crap. Well, I don't know if you know this. Well, I wouldn't know if anybody knows anything, of course. But I actually looked this up today because I was trying to I was wondering why decaffeinated coffee tastes so bad, and there could be a few reasons from what I found out. One is that I knew there was like a process of like removing the caffeine. It's like some chemical process or something. So and that one I knew already. But also like they use lower quality beans to begin with. So like all the stuff that doesn't make it through to the proper coffee, the lower quality crap that doesn't make it through, that's what they use for the they take that and they remove the caffeine from it. So you start with crap beans, and then you put in some chemical whatever it is to remove the caffeine. So yeah, that's why it's so awful. That would tell you why. And then it's instant as well, which has a freeze drying process, so it's like, ugh. Look, man, the other day, because my sister made me a coffee that tasted like crap. Now I feel like I should apologize because at least it was real coffee. at least exactly. At least sometimes people don't make the coffee well, but at least it was real coffee. She's at least trying. At least she was trying. There was some effort there. These guys, big movie set and everything, or big TV, whatever, it was a TV show, I think it was. But still, big set and all that. And they're up to decaf, like, bro, you could afford to get. It's not like they're poor people, you know what I mean? You can afford to get proper coffee. Ooh, shoot. Damn, near lose all my lives on this thing, man. I ain't even got. Oh, damn it. After all that, I slept on the thing, and it. Oh, I've got my life, but bruh. Oh mate, are you serious? All that just to lose it on that thing. I hate this game. I don't get how you can move on from this. This is real trauma. You know what? It's part of being a YouTuber is pretending you're happier than you actually are. So I guess I'm just kind of used to it by now. Constantly putting on a facade. I'm hurting inside. And this game's not helping much, I ain't gonna lie. Feeling the trauma for you. I appreciate you, Sam. You know, speaking of food, actually, so like when it came to like lunchtime, like I kind of got, I ain't gonna lie, I probably wasn't even listening to certain things while I was there because I was kind of tired. But we were put in these groups, and I think my group got called to go lunch, and I probably missed a call or something, and oh, flip it out. And so I ended up going with this other group, and by the time I get to the lunch thing, it was like this long queue, long queue, like proper long. It was all coming out the building, down the road, and everything was long. And I was like, it is what it is. I'm just waiting, and I was just getting closer. Like this lady was like, "Oh yeah, we just need to make sure I was in the right group." So she's like, "Anyone from, was it group 4 or whatever group I was in? I don't remember, but it was group 4 anyway." Everyone group 4, and I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh yeah, come in." And she maybe let me go to the front of the group or near to the front of the queue. So like, oh, awesome, right? But even still, like it didn't even matter. It didn't even matter because like the crew, the catering crew were in such a rush. They were just like handing out food, and I was like, here you go, here you go, here you go. I was like, okay, because normally it'd be like, oh, can I have a bit of this? Can I da-da-da, can I da-da, you know? But they're just like, oh, here you go, and he's moving on, and he's like, okay, so got something. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't bad. The food itself was fine, but yeah, it was just more like, can I get it? Nope. Just moving along, okay, moving along. I was just rushing through everything. But yeah, I can't be too mad. If it was decent food, it was decent food. Just all rushed out. But yeah, it was a cool day. That was a good day. I like doing these every now and then. Like, it's a fun thing to do for me every now and then. Like, I used to do it a lot more frequently. That was back when I was trying to be an actor. These days, not so much, but it's still fun for me to turn up on a movie set and just be like, yo, let me hang out for a little bit, talk to some people, meet some people, you know, and that's what I did. So yeah, it was all good. Had me some fun. Could be 5-star food. It doesn't make up for decaf. Well, that's true. Still trying to get that taste out of my mouth, like In fact, I'm just thinking about this now, actually. Like, because I can't say much about the production, you know, I mean, because, you know, NDAs and stuff, and I know they're probably not ever going to watch any of these live streams or videos, but, you know, still got to respect the rules and that. So I can't say much, but I will say that it was in a church that we're recording in. We're recording in a church. And it seems to me and I could be wrong. Granted, I haven't had a lot of these experiences, but the few experiences I've had where I've had coffee in a religious building, it's been terrible coffee. There's been a couple. I'm thinking there's a couple of the few experiences that I had. And to be fair, I think to be fair with this one, they did have another coffee spot that had better coffee. It wasn't, you know, great, or at least it wasn't decaf. So it was better. But even still, like, the few times I've had coffee in religious buildings, it's not been good. So I don't know. Maybe there's something. Maybe, just maybe. There's something about religious buildings and having bad coffee. Maybe there's some kind of rule somewhere. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. But it's kind of crazy because I haven't been inside a church for, man, probably since school, actually. Yeah, I think probably since, no, wait. Actually, no, maybe one time after school. I think, no, yeah, there was one time I went into a church after school. But, yeah, I feel like even then, that's got to be more than 20 years ago. It's gonna be some 20 plus years ago the last time I was in the church. Yeah. Some people aren't following the good book. Some people are skimping corners. I'm pretty sure the Bible says love thy neighbor. They're not following their own rules. They're not following the rules, man. I'm telling you. Like every religious book would say something like love thy neighbor or be compassionate or, you know, be kind, you know, things like that, right? So you'd think the people who should be upholding that the most would not give you decaf coffee. Like, you'd think that, right? You'd think that, but clearly they're not following the rules. They're not following the rules. How's you been, Sammy? How's you been doing? How's you been doing? How's you been going? Apparently there's a guy who spent some £20,000 to look like David Beckham, and he's now £14,000 in debt. And he looks nothing like David Beckham. Like, let me see if I can show you this picture. He looks absolutely nothing like David Beckham. Like, at most you could say they have an almost similar hairstyle. That's it. That's it. This guy is now £14,000 in debt. And he looks nothing like David Beckham. Man, people are crazy, bro. Alright, so I just read this on Twitter. Here's a question for the group as we enter into the last stages of this stream. So I'm going to read out this text message conversation. So he said, I'm at the gym now, chest triceps day. Right, that's what he said. She then replies, I just ate myself. I'm heading to the gym myself. Gym shortly myself. Have a good workout. Right. That's what she then replies. And then it's not really clear how much later it is, but I guess sometime later, she then sends another message saying, "Hey, good morning. I'm being more intentional with my dating and getting to know a person. Communication is very important to me. I don't want to assume, but it appears that you may be a little busy or genuinely just not interested. Whatever the reason, I can respect that, but lack of communication won't work for me. Just thought I'd let you know." That's what she then replies, and then it ends there. And I'm bringing this up because the person who posted it is saying, "Oh, women over 30 would just cut you off like quickly, right?" But I'm thinking, I'm not sure she did anything wrong. Like, he said a few things, she replied, he didn't. And then she let him know, look, I'm not down with that. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess the only thing you could say is that maybe she didn't give him enough time to reply, because it's not really clear how long in between one messages to the other. But assuming it's a decent enough period, and, you know, that's not working for you, it's like, all right. Let him know, look, I need someone who could reply quicker. That's pretty much what she's saying. Sucks for him, but hey, it just is what it is. Unless it's like 2 seconds later or something, then she's like, then yeah, maybe it's a bit tight. I don't know, man. Everybody wants the world. You just call me Sammy. I did say Sammy, actually. I thought I was being I thought I was being cool, but apparently not. Apparently not. All right, so not Samantha, not Sammy, just Sam. Cool. How about Samuel? Can I say Samuel? Or Samson? Can I say Samson? So, like you said, yeah. I mean, I think for me, I would rather somebody, like if I'm messaging somebody like that, and for whatever reason they're not into it, you know, like I would rather them say that. You know what I mean? I'd rather them say, this is what's up. I'm not into it, because the amount of times like you just get ghosted and you have no idea what happened. If it's you, is it them? You have no idea, right? So the fact that she said, look, this is not working for me. I feel like I can respect that. I can respect that. But yeah, if it's just a case of her expects him to reply like no more than 5 seconds later or something like that, and yeah, maybe then you could say, hey, look, come on, man, dude might have might be in a tunnel or something, you know what I mean, like on a train. It's that's it. Alright, just Sam. Just Sam. S-A-M. Sam. I don't like the whole ghosting thing. I just think it's rude now, for sure. Alright, here's my question for the group. And I'm gonna need y'all to be honest now. I'm gonna need you to be honest. Have you ever ghosted somebody? I know it's rude. I know it's not cool. I know that. But have you ever ghosted somebody? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I have. And I'm not saying it's a good thing. I know what my reasons were. At least I think I remember my reasons. Even still, it doesn't make it okay, but I have done it. I have done it. And it's been done to me. And yeah, it's not cool. When all else fails. Once and it was deserved. All right, what's the stories behind your ghosting? I'll tell you my story. You guys tell me your story behind the ghosting. So mine was like, it was kind of like a friend was putting me in contact with a friend, that kind of thing, right? And so she gave us each of us numbers and that kind of stuff. And so I messaged this person. I was like, hey, what's up? Da, da, da. I've met her before. Like, I think I've met her like at some event before, and I spoke to her maybe briefly, but didn't really went like that. And so yeah, this mutual friend was like, yeah, you want to meet us. So anyway, so yeah, she gave us numbers and we're exchanging like messages, and I say, hey, what's up? Da, da, da. And we're talking for a little bit, and I'm kind of thinking, like, I mean, I kind of briefly know, I don't know well, but if we're gonna do something, we should probably meet up in person, right? And just talk like that. So I'm trying to like meet up with her and to say, are you available here? Are you available here? When you available? And she's like that. And she would just reply and say something like for example, I'd be like, are you, we should meet up. I think I would say something like, oh, we should meet up. Are you do anything Saturday? And she'd be like, oh no, I'm busy Saturday. So like, okay, cool. When are you available? And then You know what I mean? Just like that. Like I'm, you know, let me know. And then it just wouldn't really happen. So she was talking about something. I think she was talking about something else. And so I kind of left it alone. I thought, okay, let me not push it too much like that. Let me just maybe she just wants to still talk for a little while, and then so all right, let me not push it too much. So we're still talking on the text message thing for a little while, and then it's going okay, but kind of slow. You know, in terms of like, you know, when the messages are kind of received, like sometimes like a day too later, like, you know, things like that. And so, all right, you know, and I'm not trying to mess around. So I'm not trying to do this thing where, oh, let me wait 3 days, because I'm not trying to do that. I'm like, okay, I can send a message, you know, when I get a chance to, which is probably maybe in an hour or whatever it is. But I'm not trying to play games, you know what I mean? But it seemed like her messages were coming like maybe 1 day later, 2 days later, and that kind of thing. But I'm like, okay, you know, maybe she's busy. Maybe she's busy. I don't know. She could be just busy. It is what it is. But then, so eventually again, I'm like, so we should meet up. And she was like, oh, I'm on holiday. It was like, okay, you didn't mention that at all. Just like, just, all right. She's like, yeah, we should, maybe when we get back. It's like, okay, cool. But yeah, it was this kind of same kind of thing. So eventually I just kind of thought, you know, I don't think this is, you know what I mean? This is just like, yeah, like I mean, for one thing, like I said, I don't know it that well. It's not like I'm trying to marry her or anything. I'm just trying to, if we're gonna meet up, then I'd rather do it face to face so that we can know if this even worth it or not. But yeah, it was just like, so you know, I can't be bothered with this. I'm sorry, but nah, this. So yeah, maybe I should have explained. In fact, no, I should not even. Maybe I should have explained and said, "Hey, look, this is not working for me." But no, I didn't. I just like, let me just like not reply. So yeah, not saying it's a good thing to ghost, but yeah, I have done it. Yo, what up, Frederick? I've ended friendships and ended communications. Ooh. No, that must have been a bit more serious than trying to hook up with somebody then. I hope you have a sunny day, Gemini. Do you like holidays, please? And thank you. I go away for it tomorrow. Do fly and scare you? Do Billy tell you who I fancy? He in love with Olivia? No joke. I do like holidays when I get to go, so yes. Flying doesn't scare me specifically. It's more so the not flying that's scary, you know. But no, Billy did not tell us who you fancy, so your secret's safe. I think someone within a week he drops the album. Oof, he rushed me into me and my family. Then when he saw my sister, I didn't see her. When he saw my sister, I didn't see her. She waited for us to go over. He deliberately ignored her. Okay, so when he wanted to meet, he rushed you into meeting his family, so your family, and then ignores your sister. Okay. Yeah, that seems odd. Drops the album though within a week. You know what though? I feel like that's a tricky one though, because if you're gonna do that, I mean, if you're gonna drop the album very early on, I feel like you need to be very certain, like beyond certain, that that is what you're definitely feeling, and not only that you know the other person's feeling it as well. You know what I mean? Because I do believe like you can fall in love with somebody pretty quickly. I do believe that can happen, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, if you just met and maybe only been out a couple of dates or whatever, and it's still very new, I get that you can like somebody for sure, and you can maybe feel like possibly it could even head towards love. You could be feeling that, but to actually say it, that's a big thing. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna say it, then you need to be beyond sure that is what you're feeling, and that she's feeling the same way. Otherwise, yeah, it's gonna get mad awkward. You know what I mean? You go on your first date, you're like, I love you. And she's like, we just met. Like, that's gonna be mad awkward. Do you have dating advice, please, on how to ask a girl out? Tell someone you fancy them. Please and thank you. Thank you for asking. Please, at that time, I wasn't looking for a relationship. I made no secret that he didn't respect. Had boundaries. Yeah, that's yeah, that he has to go. You draw a line and he crosses it. Like, nah, you gotta go. Oh, flipping out, bruh. You fall in love easy, Chairman Haze. I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on the situation. I would say probably not most times, but I mean, yeah, I guess there's been a one occasion or two where you get that feeling in your special region. You know what I mean? You know, you meet somebody and you just get a feeling in your special region. You know, that could happen. You don't even know why. You just feel it. It's not. She ain't said nothing. She ain't done nothing. But you just get that feeling in your special region. You know, it happens, man. It happens. All right. Let me give you some advice on how to ask a girl out, Fred. First of all, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna walk up to her and you're gonna say, "Hey, I would like to take you out on a date, so we can get to know each other better." And yeah, just to go from there. That's literally all you do. Say, "Hey, I like you, and I would like to take you out on a date to get to know you better. If that's okay with you, can we arrange something?" Yeah, let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Oh. You don't need to be all like elaborate or whatever and throw roses at you. Don't need to do none of that. Just say, "Hey, I like you." Of course you're gonna get nervous. You're supposed to get nervous. That's normal. Nervous is good. Listen, if you're about to ask out a girl and you don't get nervous, don't even bother ask her out. Like, I'm not even joking right now. Like, if you're about to ask out a girl and you don't feel, and I don't care how old you are, I don't care if you're 13 or 30, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you're about to ask out somebody and you don't feel nervous, don't even bother ask her out. Don't even bother. You're supposed to feel nervous. That means you care. You know what I mean? That means you care. So it's good that you feel nervous. You just learn to control those nerves. That's all it is. Learn to control those nerves. And the way you do that is you let yourself feel it. You let yourself feel those nerves. You let yourself feel it, and then you just ask her out anyway. I think people confuse love. Oh, for sure. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. I've probably done that a few times myself. I've probably done that a few times myself. But hey, that's part of life. I need to go buy this life now. Thank you. I will try to build up confidence. The way to build confidence is to just keep doing things. You know, keep doing things that excite you. If it makes you nervous, that's fine, you know. There's two types of like being scared. You know, there's this type of being scared where, you know, there's danger, like you can get, you know, murdered or something like that, right? There's that type of being scared. And then there's a type of scared where it's like there's something that you want to do, but you're worried about, you know, how it's going to turn out. You know, is she going to like me? You know, all that sort of stuff. I like her, but is she going to like me? There's that type of scared. And knowing the difference is important, because, like, when people say do things that scare you, understand that doesn't mean point a gun in your face, because you should never do that. That's just dumb. Don't do that. But things that scare you in terms of, like, you know, there's a girl you like, you want to ask her out, but you're afraid she might not like you back. And, you know, in all honesty, dude, she might not like you back. She might say no. But that's part of life, bro. That's part of life. Like, going through that rejection. If she doesn't like you, she says no. It sucks, but it's part of learning to deal with that sort of thing. You know, only people go through life, and only dudes, especially guys, come on, let's be honest, guys, we do this. A lot of us can't take rejection. Right? And we get upset when a girl turns us down. And it's because, oh, flipping out. And it's because we don't put ourselves in positions where we can get rejected. You know, we don't do that. So the more you put yourself in positions where it's like, you're going to ask someone out, she might say yes, she might say no. And the more you get to actually just say no, you just take that as a lesson. And that way, you know that next time you ask a girl out, even though you're still going to feel nervous, you're still going to feel all of that, at least you be less frightened in terms of, like, if she says no, because that's the biggest thing. Once you get used to a girl saying no to you, you're unstoppable. You are unstoppable. You definitely don't end up like one of those, like, alpha male guys doing some podcast talking about how all women are bitches or whatever. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. But when you don't allow yourself to learn how to deal with rejection, that's one of the ways you end up being that guy. So yeah, ask her out. If she says yes, that is fantastic. If she says no, it's okay too. It's okay. You're not gonna get every girl you like. It's just life. I don't feel bad about ghosting that guy. The thing is, not everyone you meet is your forever person. Yeah. You gotta experience the wrong ones to find the right one. Yeah, indeed. That's one of the ways in which you know what you like and what you're willing to deal with and what you're willing to pull up with. What's important to you. You know, when you're not meeting people, it's difficult to know those sorts of things. Oh, flipping hell. Bloody hell. But yeah, not every woman you meet is going to be your happy ever after. Oh, no, it's too early. Way too early. accidentally hit it too early. Way too early, man. I want to do it when they start dropping the rocks on me. Do I tell her? I think I will not tell her at first. Well, like I was saying before, like you probably don't want to say that until you're 100%, 110% sure that that is exactly what you're feeling, and she feels the same. Otherwise, it's just gonna make things more awkward than it needs to be. I would say, just as a general rule, though, don't say that right away. You know. I mean, look, let her know that you like her, of course, and let her know that you think she's awesome and you think she's great. Oh, wait, you're not gonna... He's not gonna show me his finger. Where's his thing? That's the thing, heartbreak is a must. You learn more about you through the painful times. Yeah. Do I say I have a foot fetish to her so she knows? Will that scare her off? Well, bruh. Ask yourself this first. How important is that to you? Because there are certain things that, yes, you should definitely let them know right away about you before anything happens. But you also got to ask yourself, how important is that to you? You know, because if it's not that important, you probably don't need to bring it up right away. If it is important, then you should. Because if it's important and there's a potential that she might not like it, she might think you're weird, she might da-da-da, it's best she knows that right away. That way she can decide, you know what, that's too much for me. I can't be here. At least you know right away, and it could be done there and then. If it's not that important, then it's like, whatever. It's whatever. But yeah, when it comes to meeting somebody and being with somebody, things that are really important to you, those are the things that should be mentioned earlier on. Everything else can wait for a little while. So you still got to be yourself throughout all of it. That's the thing. You got to be yourself, and you don't want to pretend you're somebody else. You don't want to lie about yourself. So the things that are super important to you, because remember, if you go out on a date, you're going to be speaking for what, maybe a few hours, right? You're not going to get everything about yourself in a few hours, and you're not going to learn everything about her in a few hours. So the things that are super important are the things that you want to bring up in those early stages. And if she's okay with that, then you know you can talk about other things. But definitely don't lead her on or trick her into something that you're not, because that's not cool. You have to have all the conversations with people you date. Of course, that's part of the reason we go on dates, to have those awkward conversations. That's a part of the reason. I'll say it's a big part of the reason. Because if you're not having those awkward conversations in the beginning, the rest of the relationship is just going to be awkward. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have those conversations right away and she likes you, she's going to like a version of you that doesn't actually exist. And the whole time you're trying to be yourself, but you can't because she doesn't know who you are. And you're worried that she's going to leave you now because she likes this version of you. You've got to be the real version of you right away, because if she likes the real version of you, the rest of the relationship, I mean, it's not going to be easy, right? But at least you won't have the issue of trying to pretend to be something you're not and lying to yourself all the time. So you got to be who you are 100% unapologetically in the beginning, you know. And if she likes that, if she's okay with that, then you got a good basis. My sister was on Tinder, and the way she is No, she will be single forever. There is no compromise with her. Oof. None at all. I don't like the way he ties his shoelaces. He doesn't, the way he knots his laces, I don't like it. And answer whole conversations and have silence, which makes it difficult. Yeah, she's got to be okay with that. If that's who you are, then she's got to be okay with that. But yeah, that's one of the things that I don't like about these apps, these sort of dating apps, is like I feel like they're a good idea in principle, and especially with the way the world is now, they're a good idea in principle. But ultimately, like, I feel like whether it's Tinder or whatever it is, they really do create, and Tinder's probably the worst one, by the way, but they really do create this illusion of choice. You know, they create an illusion of choice. The reality is that whatever your choices are in real life are your same choices are on these apps. That's the reality. You know, if you don't have a lot of choice in real life, you don't have a lot of choice in these apps. That's the reality. But these, and if you're on these apps, let's be honest, you probably don't have a lot of choice. But yeah, these apps, they create the illusion of choice. They make you believe you have way more choices than you actually do. So people start getting real nitpicky about certain things, about, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. I just get the next one. I just get the next one, because you really believe, like on a level, you start to believe that you have way more choice than you actually do, and you don't. You know, you actually don't. You've got just about the same amount of choices you do in real life. So yeah. But yeah, it's the way they're designed, the way they kind of, the algorithm works, the way they kind of push certain things, and especially when you join up, it's all done very deliberately to keep you on the app. I mean, the basis of these apps, or the point of these apps, isn't necessarily to find you your partner and your one true love or whatever. The point of these apps is to keep you on there as long as possible, because then you're a paying customer, or at the very least you'll see their adverts or whatever it is, and then just making money off you. They're not trying to get you to meet somebody, they're trying to keep you single. I mean, and that's not to say you can't meet people through these things. Of course you can, people have done it. But that's fundamentally not the goal of these companies. The goal is to keep you single and keep you coming back. And one of the ways they do that is by creating this illusion of choice. I have done. I've used a few in the past, and not to say that I'll never use them again, but I don't particularly like them, so never say never, but you know, we'll see. And I'm a bit more laid back. Laid back, huh? Because he didn't want to go on a date during the week because he works full time. I mean, that just kind of makes sense though. Like, if you, I mean, it makes sense to not want to go during the week if you're working full time, because you've got to be up early the next day and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that seems a bit harsh. Or all I know is your sister not free on weekends or something. Okay. Oof. Oh, bruh. This is gonna be a hard one. You know what? I'm gonna have to do this another time. I have to do that another time. That was taking a while. Right, let me wind down the stream. Touch y'all for a little bit before I ghost myself. Before I ghost you guys. Just chat for a little bit, but I think I'm done with this game for today. Yeah, the last woman I went on a couple of dates with, was a few years ago now. But she ended up calling it off because I said to her, you can get the cinema tickets next time. She wanted to go see a movie. And I was like, all right, cool. You can get the tickets this time. And that pissed her off. She got mad. Started accusing me of calling her a gold digger. And I'm like, what? What? But yeah, she called it off. I was like, okay. Apparently she only wanted to go at me to just so I could pay for her cinema tickets. And apparently, at least that's how it seemed anyway. That's how it seemed. And I would have offered to babysit, but she was like, he has to fit with her. She doesn't work for it. Well, I guess there's an element of, I mean, not even an element, I mean, that's just true for that. If you got kids, he has to be able to fit in with her, that's true, of course, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, probably could have made time on the weekend, I'm just saying. I don't know the whole situation, I'm just saying. Probably could have, or it could have been like a day date, like it doesn't have to be in the evening, it could be like a day date or something, like say if you're offering to babysit, it could have been maybe you look after the kids in the afternoon or something, and maybe she meets him on his lunch break or something like that, you know. I'm just saying it. There's ways. There could have been other options. It doesn't always have to be a nighttime thing, right? It doesn't have to be like late night dinner. It doesn't have to be that. It could be just meet up in the afternoon, coffee, keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the whole point is just to meet somebody and just get to know them a little better. It doesn't have to be in some fancy restaurant or whatever, or some evening dinner date. It could just be a lunchtime chat. And everybody's busy these days. Everybody's got things to do, especially as we get older and we've got different priorities. So sometimes just gonna get it in where you can fit it in, right? Just get it in, you know what I mean? Get it in where you can fit it in. That means doing it in the afternoon or on the weekend. I can honestly say if he pays for the tickets, I would offer to buy snacks. She turned up late and I paid, so I annoyed. The thing about turn up late, I would say try not to be too annoyed about lateness, as long as it's not super late. You know what I mean? As long as it's not kind of taking a piss late. Like if you say let's meet at 8 and she turns up at 8:05, that's fine. That's, I mean, buses, whatever, trains, things happen. If you say let's meet at 8 and she's turned up at like, I don't know, 11 PM or something, then yeah, maybe that's a problem. It's like, yo, truth though, I wouldn't be waiting that long. I wouldn't be waiting that long. Certainly not without any kind of communication. Half hour, I don't think it's too bad. As long as she let you know, if she would let you know that she was coming late, like if she was like, if she sent you a message saying something like, hey sir, I'm running a bit late, I'm gonna be about 30 minutes late, then I feel like that's fair, that's fine. If not, then yeah, it's a bit of a piss take, I ain't gonna lie. If she didn't say nothing and just like turn up 30 minutes late, then yeah, I might be a little bit annoyed as well. I mean, I hopefully won't let it taint the day, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that'd probably be a little bit annoyed if she turned up that late and didn't say anything. It'd be in the back of my mind all the time, like, must be the way you were raised. I've got kids, I'm never on time. Yeah. That's the thing, man, that's the thing. Everybody's got bangs. Whether it's kids, whether it's work, whether it's both, or something else. Would you ever date same sex? So before I answer that question, the way you wrote sex, you didn't capitalize the X, by the way. I'm just saying, you did not capitalize the X on that. So you kind of messed up on the way you write. You left it as a lowercase x instead of a capital X. So yeah. And I ain't dating today. If I was single, I would stay that way. Oof. I ain't even gonna lie, kind of feels that way sometimes for me. I ain't trying to, but kind of feels that way. Actually, it's kind of a, well, I guess to be fair, I haven't really, not really, I haven't been looking lately. Like, it's just not been on my mind like that. But yeah, I would like to eventually meet somebody, but it does get, yeah, it does get difficult as you get older. It does get difficult. I'm gonna have to settle for hookers, you know. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do hookers. I'm not gonna do hookers. I'm a classy man. I'm a respectable man. Escorts only, you know. Escorts only. Escorts get like a disease checks, like they get like regular checks for disease and stuff. So you know you're safe with an escort. Hookers, you might not get that, you know. You don't know what you don't know what you put yourself into with a hooker. Like she might be clean, she might not be. You don't know. That's why they're cheaper. That's why they, you know, because you just don't know what you're getting. It's like mystery meat. Like literally, you don't know what you're getting. But an escort, yeah, you pay more for it, but you know it's safe. Yo, what up, Brax? But no, Fred, I wouldn't date the same sex as myself, the same gender as myself. That's not for me. Each to their own, but that's not for me. There is someone I know who I think gay. Okay. Well, you know, that's their business. End of the day, it's like some people are gay, some people aren't. It is what it is. What I'm going to say is the more gay men there are in the world, the easier it is for guys like us to get some. You know what I mean? Sometimes girls get desperate because there's too many gay men around them, and that's when they come to me. I'm like, yeah, thanks, gay guys, you helped me out. Hang me on any way I look it with. I see a bit to myself. I would tell them to run, run. Buddy, nice, but if I try to be friends, people may think I am. You know, don't worry about what people think like that. And the day, if he's a good person, you know, and there's a friendship there, then yeah, that's fine. You know, don't worry about what people think. People are gonna think all kinds of things anyway, right? So don't even worry about it. Like if he's a good person, as long as if he's a prick and just complete arsehole, then yeah, it's different. But he's a good guy, and he, you know, yeah, it's cool to be friends with him. If he starts fancying you, just let him know, hey, this is not what I'm about, but we still be friends. I'm just not that kind of friend. Told me the other day she's gay. Wait, Sophie's the Muslim, right? And then Holly's the gay. Okay. Is that right? Sophie's the Muslim and Holly's the gay. Yeah. Actually, speaking of telling guys to run away. So one of the guys that I was speaking to at the thing on Wednesday, if you're saying that for years, I'll believe you. Yeah. But he was saying that, I don't know how old he was. I think he looked about 30 something, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, he was saying that he wouldn't want to date a woman who already has kids. He wouldn't want to be with a woman who already has kids. And the reason for that is because he feels like if they're younger kids, like, he doesn't want to be looking after somebody else's children if they're younger like that. And if they're older kids, then most likely, and it is what he said, that she probably wouldn't want to have more kids. So like, his thing is that he wants to have his own kids, is what it comes down to. So, and because of that, he feels like he doesn't want to date a woman who already has kids, because either A, he's going to have to look after somebody else's kids if they're young, and if they're older, then she probably won't want to have more kids. And I don't really get to respond too much to that because we ended up getting called to set. I mean, on one hand, I get it. Like, I don't necessarily think it's bad for him to think that way, but I guess my thing, I just don't care. Like, I just stopped caring about that sort of thing a long time ago. You know, like I just stopped caring because I think like I said, I think he's about 30 or so, give or take, around about that kind of age. I'm at an age where it's like, yeah, she's probably gonna already have kids. You know what I mean? Anybody I'm meeting is probably already gonna have kids. You know what I mean? It's not to say that there are women who don't at my age. I know that, but most likely she's probably gonna have kids. So it's kind of like, I feel like that's not something I can get hung up on. Otherwise, yeah, you're just, because you're seriously limiting. You're severely limiting your options when I start doing stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I get it. It's not something I, strictly speaking, agree with, but I get it. Smart guy. Braxton says a smart guy. Okay, cool. If you want kids, I mean, it's going to come down to how important that sort of thing is to you. Like, if it's a deal breaker, you probably want to say it pretty soon. You know, if it's not a deal breaker, then it doesn't really matter. You know, so you have to decide for yourself, how important is that to you? Like, do you only want to be with somebody who wants to have children? If so, then yeah, you should let her know right away, because if she doesn't want children, then that's going to be a problem if you're not saying it right away. Yeah, first date, like, I mean, those are the types of things you talk about. Like, you don't look. I'm not saying like you're not trying to marry the woman right away. Actually, let me back up a little bit, because again, I don't know how old you are. Assuming you're a younger person, it's not that important to bring it up right away, because in the day you're just kind of with somebody and you're dating and you're not really going away with it anyway. If you're a bit older and it's the type of thing that it's on your mind, it's important to you, then yeah, you should bring it up pretty early on. Wait, I wouldn't be looking for a guy to play daddy. They have that. It's important they have friendship, because it's a package deal. Yeah, indeed. I mean, I kind of look at it like, if I'm going to be with somebody who already has kids, then yeah, I'm not necessarily trying to be those daddy to those kids. But at the same time, I do think that you kind of have to accept the fact that you are not. I mean, to be honest, I don't think you should ever be anybody's priority anyway. To get down to it, like, if I'm with somebody, I don't want to be their priority, because I don't want to be their priority, because she's not going to be my priority. You know what I mean? Like, I know it kind of sounds bad to say like that, but I don't mean it in like, I'm just going to ignore you for like 5 days. I don't mean it like that, but in a sense of like, ultimately you have to take care of yourself, and she has to take care of herself, and people should be able to take care of themselves and then come together and be healthy in a relationship, right? So I don't want to be anybody's priority in a relationship, and certainly if she's got kids, like, I'm not even going to be, you have to accept the fact that you're not even going to be second priority. Like, you're not going to be first priority, you're not going to be second, you're going to be like third, fourth, somewhere down there, and you're going to have to be okay with that. You're going to have to be okay with that, because like, next after herself, she has to take care of her kids. And like I say, I'm not necessarily trying to be daddy and not like that. Not to say that I won't, of course, it depends on how things develop and blah, 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 blah. But, you know, I'm not necessarily like day one, like, hey kids, I'm you dad. I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to do that. So like, yeah, I feel like for me, it's just accepting that her number one priority is herself. Second priority is her kids. And then third, fourth, fifth, or whatever it is, I feel it is there. And just, that's what you're going to be okay with. If you can't be okay with that, and she's not the one for you. She's not the one for you. Ain't nobody gonna be raising discipline someone else's kids. My kids' parents will always usually intervene, and if the parent and those kids come back, etc. I don't understand that. Simple single parents needs to be with single parents, and childless people needs to be with childless people. I don't necessarily think that's true. I just think it just depends on how you're willing to fit into it, you know. I just think, yeah, down to how you're willing to fit into it. I don't think this has to be only, you know, but yeah, just accepting certain things. Like if she's got kids, you know, on some level, like Sam was saying, like you can't hate the kids for sure. You can't be like, they're gone, these kids are bastard. You can't be like that. You're not necessarily like being their daddy to them. Certainly not right away. I mean, again, how things develop and how the exact situation is, you know, that could be down the line possibly, but certainly in the beginning, you're not being daddy to them. But yeah, if you're willing to accept that, you know what, she's her number one priority, her kids are her second priority, and then you're somewhere down there. If you're okay with that, cool. If not, move on. Brax took the red pill, yeah. I think Brax took like 1,000 red pills. I thought joke about him, but they're not apparently. But I don't understand it. I can't remember what the joke was, actually. I remember you saying it, but I forgot what the joke was, Frederick. Those crazy or confused chicks out there, knows, you know what I mean, at the front of I want to get with you line when it comes to childless guys who has themselves together looking for dates. Yeah, no, that's probably true actually. I think a lot of guys probably think closer to what that guy was saying the other day, you know. I took a common sense pill. Is that what they calling it these days? But yeah, I just feel like I was saying before, like a lot of these apps that just created such an illusion of choice where everybody's looking for this version of perfection that either A, doesn't exist, or if it does exist, you're never going to meet them, you know. Like a lot of times, like girls be looking for a guy who's got money, who's got status, who's gonna pay for this, do that, take her hair, fly her out here, do all these things, and it's like most guys aren't doing that. You know what I mean? Most guys aren't doing that, and then it's often the girls that are not necessarily themselves in that kind of bracket where you can even meet a guy like that. You know what I mean? Like if you're making, say, average wage, or say around about average wage, you're not really in a position where you would meet, you know, £300,000 a year earners on a regular basis. Not saying it can never happen. Of course it can happen, but you're not necessarily meeting guys like that on a regular basis. The guys you're meeting are going to be either in the same or probably lower kind of bracket. So if you look for somebody who's just going to pay for everything and like take you everywhere, it's like, it's probably not going to happen. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, like these apps create this kind of illusion that you can meet that person, you can meet this perfect ideal person, and that guy doesn't exist. And if he does exist, you ain't never going to meet him. And guys do this too. Like we have this idea of perfection. Oh, she's got to have this, she's got to have that, she's got to do this. No kid, nice feet, you know, or everything. You know, bomb ass hair, got herself together. Wants to have sex every day. But also wants to be a mother. You know what I mean? Sex, was it freak in the sheets, but a mother in the. How's it go? Freak in the sheets, but a queen in the streets, or something like that. I can't remember it goes, but you know, you know, all that kind of thing. You wanna someone that you could take home to her mom. She's gonna be meet your family. She's gonna be all like respectable and buttoned up. But when you're in the home, it's like all freaky, sexy, and it. You know, we do this as well. Like guys do this as well. We create this version of perfection that either A, doesn't exist, and if it does exist, you're probably never gonna meet her. You know, and then we convince ourselves that, you know, that's what we want and that's what's important. And the reality is that you can meet somebody who, in fact, I saw this movie, Why Did I Get Married? And I just feel like they had a really good way of explaining it in that movie when they talked about 80-20 rule, where you can meet somebody that has 80% of everything that you want. They'll never 100% of what you want. She has 80% of everything you want. And if you meet that person who has 80% of everything you want, you've hit the jackpot. Like you really have. You've nailed it. Like if you meet somebody who has 80% of everything you want in a person, you have absolutely nailed it. The problem is that we get hung up on that 20% that she doesn't have, and we allow ourselves to get tempted by the pretty little girl with the big tits, you know, because she's got that 20%, and then we go after that 20%. And then we realize later down the line that we literally left a good person for somebody who just is just 20%. You know what I mean? Like that's what we do, because we get in our ego about these things. We get in our feelings about these things because we just can't let go of this idea of we can have everything. It's like, look, you can have everything. You can, but you probably won't. And so if you meet somebody who has most of what you're looking for, and you realize that other 20%, the bits that she doesn't have, is not even that important anyway. Like it's really not that important. But we just get so hung up on those minor details that we don't allow ourselves to just accept that we're with somebody who's a good person. And yeah, may or may not be speaking from experience, just saying. may or may not be speaking from experience. But yeah, it's like if you meet somebody who has most of what you're looking for, same with the real important things, not the stuff that bloody Kevin Samuels thinks is important, or with them, you know, alpha male podcast guys, what they think. No, the things that are truly actually important to you, like values, you know, not the stuff that makes you look good in front of your boys, you know, not the stuff that boosts your ego, like the actual values that you share, that you know you have. When a person has that, then you've nailed it. You've nailed it. Just gotta keep your ego in check. Anxiety, judging, you should must be one of the issues among one demographic. Hope you say thank you, come again, so I don't get joked as a food not lady. Thank you, come again. Yeah. I won't explain it. But I get it. What if your person is nothing like you imagine? You can meet that ideal man or woman and you just don't vibe. Well, yeah, that's another thing as well. That is another thing as well. Like you have all these ideas of what a person should be, and you meet that person and you just don't get along. You just, whatever. And it may even not necessarily be that they're a bad person or they're a horrible person. They could be a super nice, everything kind. They could be all that, right? But for some reason, you just don't you just don't feel anything. You know, she checks all those boxes. Maybe even checks a few more boxes, but you just don't feel anything. And they mean that one person who has nothing what you're looking for, and it's fantastic. That can happen too. Well, maybe not nothing, but you know. Into that red, blue, pale-ish, whatever. That's it's just been an issue with Black Americans for a good while now. Yeah, there was that one, actually, speaking of Black Americans, there was that one that went viral, I think maybe about a month ago, like a few weeks ago. Ebony K. Williams, I think her name is, where she was talking about how she wouldn't date a bus driver because, you know, that's not good enough for her. And she doesn't believe that black women should date, you know, low earning people, and that kind of thing. And I felt it was a bad take. Like I really did, because like, first of all, like, there's nothing wrong with doing any kind of job. It's an honest living, you know. And if all you look at, and another thing, that people who earn lots of money, like you could be like a high earner, 100,000, 200,000, whatever. None of that says you're a good person. You know, none of that says you're a good person. And one of the things you see, especially with celebrities, where you see these celebrities that have these rich guys, these, you know, super rich guys, millionaire guys, and those same guys be cheating on them, beating them around, smacking them around, all of that, you know. And look, not to say that that can't happen with a poor person. Of course it can. Of course it can. The point I'm making is that when you realize that all that money that they have, none of it makes them a good person, and all it means is that they now pretty much own you, because you can't leave, or at least that you can't leave easily, because they've got the money, they've got the status, they've got everything that you cling to, you know. And which pretty much means they can treat you any which way they want, and you won't leave. You won't leave, because it's like, it's the status, it's how people, you get into this thing about how it looks, how other people perceive it. I feel like whatever you earn doesn't matter. Prioritize happiness. Prioritize happiness. You know, find happiness. Even if you're single, find happiness. And then anybody you bring into your life needs to either maintain that happiness or increase that happiness. Anybody who brings into your life that decreases that happiness, they need to go. They need to go. They need to either maintain it or increase it. And that's not going to be down to how much money they have, what kind of job they have, what kind of status they have. None of that's going to matter. You know, if all they do is bring you stress and heartache and a headache, but they own the house, so you can't just leave, because where are you going to go? You know, where you gonna go? They own the house. It's their house. You ain't got no rights to it. It's what you asked for. You wanted a guy with all this money. He's got money. He's got the car. It's his car. You can't just take off and drive. So now you're stuck there. You're stuck with some guy that doesn't respect you, but he looks good in front of your friends and family. Oh yeah, my man's making this and that. Listen, prioritize happiness. Don't prioritize what other people think of you. That's just misery. You bring out the best in each other, and we all have our flaws. Does that change the way you feel about them? That's your person indeed. Your screen right now, dog. What was that, buffering? Alright, sorry, my bad. Hopefully it's finished now. Hopefully it ain't buffering no more. Hopefully it ain't buffering no more. But yeah, I got to go, man. I got to go. It's actually running a little bit later than I intended. But that was today's stream. That was today's stream. You know what? The 5 o'clock start ain't too bad. I actually started about 5:30 something. The 5 o'clock start ain't too bad. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not one I can do for a little while. But maybe in the futures we could do more earlier streams. But for now, for next week, God willing, back to the regular 8 p.m. starts. and Monday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday next week. So back to regular schedule next week. This week, man, oof, yeah, not everything went quite according to plan, but hey, we're here now. We're here. But guys, you've been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. The village is strong. And that's all y'all doing, man. That's all y'all doing. So until when that, oh, by the way, real quick, Conan the Destroyer movie night on Monday. I had to buy the Blu-ray in the end because I couldn't find anywhere that had it on stream. But this arrived today. So yeah, it's Monday movie night, Conan the Destroyer, Arnold Schwarzenegger, muscles and swords. So till whenever, hopefully Monday. Peace.